So what is your success score? On a scale of 0 to 100, where would you put yourself? Let's just use an example. 0 is you're completely struggling. You're stressed. You might have anxiety. You don't have any money. Your friends have let you down. I mean, just the worst it could possibly be. 100 would be that you're in the best shape of your life. You're thriving in your relationship. You're generating all the money you want. You're making impact on other people. You wake up on fire. Your confidence is through the roof. That's really where we are, 0 to 100. And I want to know where you are. Hey, it's Dean Graziosi. If you don't already know who I am, I'm a multiple New York Times best-selling author. My newest book, Millionaire Success Habits. Literally, we just passed 600,000 copies shipped, and it's still on fire. I've been lucky enough to start over 13 companies. I've never worked for anybody else, and I was broker than broke as a kid, and I lived in a trailer park. True story. I had dyslexia. I didn't go to college. But I discovered some strategies and habits that completely transformed my life. But more on that in a minute, because right now, this is about you. When I said, what's your success score? I'd like you to really think about that. Are you struggling and just hoping to get ahead down here at maybe 24, 25? Are you kicking it, thriving in your life, your health, your income? Are you here or somewhere in the middle? Let me share with you my life. When I was a kid right out of high school, and didn't go to college and didn't have a lot of money and didn't know where my future was. And all my buddies were going off to school and doing cool things. And I was left driving a tow truck and working with my dad in his collision shop. I felt pretty bad. Like I was probably here. I had aspirations. But at this phase of my life, in this 25 area of my success score, what I thought was so wrong. I thought if I found the magic money machine, that if I met a millionaire, he'd give me the magic bullet, or he'd open this box and star beams would shoot out and he'd be like, oh my God, that's the way to get wealthy. Or if I invented something, I'd get rich. Or if somebody lent me money, then I could go do it. God, was I wrong? And then even when I started making money, I probably got up here to about say a 40 or a 35. I started making more money, but I was stressed and I was staying up late at night and I couldn't sleep and worried about money. And I didn't put it all together until probably my 30s and 40s, when life really started to take off. When I realized that it wasn't about magical money machines. It wasn't about inventing something. It wasn't about that I didn't have the right pedigree or a college degree, or nobody would lend me money, or nobody in my family had money. It wasn't about any of that. It was 100% due to the habits I had. You see, my dad worked his ass off, for lack of a better word, like up at 6 o'clock, working on cars until it got dark every night. But my dad didn't have the right habits for generating wealth. He had the right habits for being a hard worker. And hard work doesn't equate to success or fulfillment. My mom worked 3 jobs to make about $90 a week when I was a kid, when I lived with her. And one of the main reasons I worked so hard is because I hated that. I wanted to retire my mom. And I feel blessed I did that while I was still in my 20s. But it didn't mean that she was successful. Then all of a sudden, I started obsessing and modeling successful people. And I realized they had different habits than my parents. They found a way to look through an abundant mindset. They found a way to overcome obstacles. They found a way to focus on solutions, and all these tiny little secrets, these tiny little habits that most people overlook, that were never taught in school, that were not taught by our parents in most cases, were definitely not taught in the job we're at, because in a job, they want you to just be successful in what you do. They don't want you going off and doing your own thing. Then all of a sudden, I started adapting new habits in my life. I started throwing away habits that was taught to me by teachers and by my parents, and adopting new habits that I learned from successful people. And I got in the 65, 70% range. Then I got to the 85, 90%. And literally right now, is my life perfect? Hell no, your life is never perfect. But I bet you I'm closer to 100% now more than ever. At 50 years old, as I'm recording this, I have the best love of my entire life. I'm engaged, I'm getting married to the girl of my dreams, my other half. My kids are thriving in a way I could have never imagined. I'm 50, I'm in the best shape of my life. I can run faster, I can climb a mountain faster, I lift more. I'm making more money than I've ever made in my life, while simultaneously I'm impacting the world. Now, did this all happen overnight? Heck no. We all overestimate what we can do in a year and underestimate what we can do in 5. But when I look back on my life, and the reason I wrote this book, Millionaire Success Habits, because the thing that got me here was not the magical money machine. It wasn't somebody lent me money. It wasn't because I had the greatest college degree, or someone saw something in me, or I invented something. What I realized is the 36 habits that are in this book that showed me how to overcome the obstacles, how to get to where I wanted to go, how to persuade, how to be authentic. All these little tiny shifts added up to going from completely broke to generating hundreds of millions of dollars in my brands and my companies. Now, do I get to keep all that money? Heck no. Am I saying you're going to generate hundreds of millions of dollars just by reading a book? Not saying that either. But if you're tired of wasting time, if you're tired of those mythical, magical money machines that you paid money for and it didn't work, if you're tired of settling and you finally want the breakthrough, if you want to see why everybody's going nuts over this book, just look on social media, just look at the reviews on Amazon. People are going nuts because they're finally realizing they have to go upstream and anchor in the rules for success they were never taught. And that's what this book does. Right now, you can go to Amazon and grab this book for $19.95. And that's great. I still make money when you buy it on Amazon. Or still, you can click the link on this page and grab the hardcover for free. When I say free, that means I paid for the book. All I ask is that you cover the shipping and handling. If you're ready for another level of life, if you've tried other things in the past and they haven't worked, or you're already in business and you want to get to the next level, see why everyone's going crazy. See why I put my heart and my soul and wrote every single word in this book, and see why it is one of the best-selling books of the year. Click the link on this page right now and grab Millionaire Success Habits for free, plus some instant crazy bonuses you can only get here right now. Click the link on this page before this offer is finally gone.